are doing podcast episode 3, and today we're going to be talking about mental health in the Black community. Now, there are a lot of obstacles when it comes to mental health in the Black community. Chancey, let's start with you.
Okay.
What are your opinions? What obstacles do you think there are when it comes to mental health?
Mental health. Ooh, there's a lot of obstacles. It depends on, what angle you want to come at, because there's just too much going on in the Black community in that sense. I think a lot of I don't even know how to break this down. Self-hate, I think that's a mental issue, because it's a behavior that's been taught, and then it's almost there just haunting you day to day, and you know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of Black people not know how to be themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And in terms of self-hate, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like the media? Do you mean society as a whole? Or just...
That's what I'm saying. It comes in different angles. So you got the
Mm.
media, you got society, everything, to be fair with you. You got school systems, like everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Something's always telling you that you're less superior to anyone that's lighter than you in that sense.
So you think there's like a lot of pressure based around
I
that
think
kind
there
of stuff?
was. I think
Yeah.
that has changed. I think
Yeah.
when I was younger, it was worse. But now, looking at the new generation that's here now, it doesn't faze them as much as it did us, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. They've
And
kind
how
of
do you
broken
think
that barrier.
it's improved? In which way?
I think people are just woke. People are just doing their own thing. Like people are not sheeps like how they were before. So now, whereas we probably downplayed ourselves because we wanted to get into something, now it's almost like I'm doing this thing myself. You know what I'm saying? So just within having that kind of attitude, you learn to break certain barriers. And I think that's what's happened with the new generation. They've just broken certain barriers, so they don't feel no way about the differences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't have to look at it the same way we was looking at it. You know what I'm saying? More
So-
time they relate now.
Yeah. It's like people have their own minds more. What about you, T?
I'm thinking more in terms of the awareness. So actually understanding what it is, the kind of differences.
Yeah.
I know for myself, I'm not fully aware of everything as well. So it's like, it's sometimes nice for it to, fully be broken down and stuff like that. So I definitely say young people, for people my generation, it's actually knowing what it is, knowing the differences, being able to, I don't know, maybe see one of your people and you might be thinking, cool, what's wrong with him? But then realizing actually there might be like an underlying issue.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of things add to it. I feel like social media definitely plays a part. There's always things on there telling you how to be and, what to be. So yeah.
Definitely.
It's definitely.
What other underlying issues do you think there are?
Underlying issues. I think how, for example, everyone wants to do something with themselves. So I say in terms of like the pressures of making something of yourself, I feel like, I don't know, not everyone just has that time and space to just say, cool, I'm going to find myself. I'm going to, take my time. And nah, it's literally not like that.
Right.
Everyone's trying to get money from young. Everyone's trying to get rich from young. Everyone's trying to kind of grow up too fast and not, take things in stages and in alignment, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. What about you, Yuri?
Personally, I agree with what Chauncey said, that there's a lot of accommodating to be like someone else. And I feel that social media does really play a part of it. And I've seen it, like, when a guy will tell me something like, even liking a girl because she's lighter, etc. So it's a thing, and it shouldn't be a thing. You should like someone for whatever, who they are, or and it's like, I feel like it's part of a self-hate thing.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. And since you come from America, so what do you think the differences are in terms of the UK and America?
Guns. I feel like
Straight away.
I feel like it's much more difficult to grow up as anyone of color in the States, you know, like, because Latinos obviously go through different things, like, and we have guns, so it's easier to just get rid of someone who does you wrong, or but some people are just involved in heavy gang culture in the States. Here it's not as much. I mean, you know, like they do, you know, they do have knives, of course. You can get killed like that, but with guns it's just much easier, and it's easy to access as well, depending on what state you're in.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like that definitely has a psychological effect on people. You know what I mean? What do we think can be done to overcome these issues?
So it has to start. It has to start from home. Like that's the thing. You know, it's always gonna happen in the world, unfortunately. But maybe more education on parents to maybe teach their kids, because of course, when I was younger, I suffered bullying as well. Like, and the first thing you think of when you're bullied is you want to act out on that and get do something. But obviously, I've grown that. But a lot of kids will actually do that. They will actually act out on what they think. And you know, people are bullied. People are bullied for everything. Like, color is also one thing that people are bullied for. You know, I have a lot of friends who have said, like, oh, they didn't like me because of my hair or because of this. Like, they might go to like a school that's predominantly white or whatever it is, and they might feel like outcasted, and it's not really fun, you know, for them. And yeah.
What about you, Charles? What can be done to tackle these kind of issues?
Just more positive influences. I feel like, especially like the younger you are, more time you're just influenced. You're looking for something or somebody to influence you, because you're just at that place where you don't really know everything. We don't know what's going on in the world and whatnot. So positive influence, man. I feel like music is playing a big role, but it's also just allowing people to just have spaces to express themselves.
Yeah.
How they want to express themselves, you know, rather than this fixed, you know, I don't really want to go into it too much, but, you know, there's a lot that can be done in it.
Yeah, creativity is a big one, I think. What about you, T? What do you think?
I think a lot more of trying to build up on your skill set. So a lot less of watching people. I know it's hard, but a lot less of watching people and, you know, and actually having the time to build up on your skill set. So building up on yourself, trying to find ways. Obviously, there's something that you want to do. So cool. Instead of watching somebody and being jealous of them, what can I do to build up on my skills?
Yeah.
Setting yourself a plan. Having achievable goals. All of them kind of things I feel like are needed to actually move forward. One thing I do is affirmations. It helps.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
It's a daily thing.
So,
how do affirmations help you?
I just feel like, obviously, because I'm an artist myself, so a lot of the stuff you're hearing in not just music, but just in general, you're hearing a lot of rubbish, whether that's just news, whether that's just whatever you're hearing. So the way I see it is affirmations, no matter how you want to see it, it's positivity.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could be sitting and listening to hours of drill music. The way I'm seeing it now is cool. I'm going to cancel out whatever I've just heard, and I'm going to just see if I can just tap into maybe like an hour of positivity. Whether it works or not, it's still better than what I heard 2 hours ago. And that's how I look at it. And you just keep going, you keep going, you keep going, and you believe in it, and it happens. Affirmations.
Yeah. That's
Definitely,
right.
definitely. I do affirmations as well, so
It's like
I
your
do
brain,
find it really helps.
Your brain is like a machine, innit? And everything that you watch and observe and take in, it works your psyche. So you know what I'm saying. But when you're watching too much of something, whether you like consciously agree with it or not, you need to understand that your subconscious is picking up on this. Like, so before you know it, you could be acting out some shit that. Oh, sorry for the swear. You could be acting out some stuff that you didn't intend to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
just from what you've been hearing or what you've been watching and stuff like that. So there's a part of your brain that you don't directly control. There's, a part of your brain you have to feed in advance.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get to that point where everything that you've been building up is going to, play out.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
I also feel that nobody can ever stop you from doing what you want to do. Like, even though there are many obstacles that we're discussing, but always just do what you got to do to be on top, to,
Be on top of yourself.
yeah.
100%.
I think your biggest challenge is yourself.
Yeah.
Rather than putting yourself in positions where you're challenging other people or trying to be like somebody else, you need to remember you're in your body. You got your, this is your experience. So you need to try and be the better you. And the thing is, people don't understand that we're constantly evolving. So the same person you was 2 seconds ago, the person I was before I got in here, I'm not that person no more. I might have just learned something from her, learned something from you that might have just changed the way I see things forever now.
Yeah.
And that's evolving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you're constantly
definitely.
growing.
Life is about learning.
Yeah.
So in terms of the Black Lives Matter movement, do you feel like this has made racism better or worse? I'll start with you.
I feel like it's always the same thing, because we had before Black Lives Matter there was another movement, I believe. Wasn't it Black Panther movement? I'm not really too sure, but because I haven't really researched it. But there's always like a movement against like supremacy and racism. I guess there's always gonna be a type of movement because people will fight against it. No one's gonna sit down and take it,
Yeah, word.
So I feel like it's a constant thing where throughout history it's been happening. That's at what point do we stop having these fights? And that's the thing, because people won't get along. People are, it's like you'd have to change to change a racist mind is a thing where how do we do that? How do we stop racism?
Yeah.
How
do we
go
stop
for the
it?
hold the people accountable. Hold people accountable for their actions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just one of them things.
Do you think it's made things better or worse?
It depends on how you look at it. It depends on how woke you are and what it serves, like what purpose the movement serves in your life and where you're at. For someone like me, who's been like studying things from over 10 years ago now, it's pointless to me. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that for the kid that's 15, 20. You know what I'm saying? To them,
Just learning.
they're learning. That's a spark of understanding or understanding or whatever you want to call it for them. Whereas I feel like I've already had that. So it's like when it comes to the movement, not to go too deep, but it's like I like to research a lot before I go into things. So, what the purpose of the movement actually is, the people behind it, who invested into it, who owns it, you know what I'm saying, who registered that. That's kind of the way I look at things, and then I make my decisions from there.
Yeah.
You're always going to have people within the movement with pure intentions. This is what you need to understand in anything. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's about those people with pure intentions coming together. That's the way I see life now. Rather than just, need to be for this group or that group or that group, you know what I'm saying? Just recognize the abundant ones, and
Love
that's
it,
it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Yeah.